That's crazy.
Yeah, because there's a lot of money involved in it. Once you have to declare, some kind of emergency relief and what have you. So they want to keep that for this community. So they're willing on some levels to pass out food and stuff like that, but they will attack us when we try to have our own capacity to get our own food. You understand? That's the thing. So anyway, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff, and going to be, pulling together resources to help, our own communities. So black people need to get together, build our own community. So we're going to be working with that. Yeah. All right.
Well, I appreciate that, though.
Yeah.
We definitely need, we always the ones left out.
Always.
Yeah.
But that's why we have to be organized. We lay in the cut and let these Negroes say that they're speaking for us. Yeah. Because we won't speak for ourselves, and this is what we're trying to pull together now. You know where the Rural House is, don't you?
I do.
On Alice and West Florissant?
Yes, I do.
Every Sunday we're there for this community, for our community. Every Sunday at 3 o'clock, so that we can get organized and take care of our own affairs. Because this city built itself on the backs of black people. And that black people have to be organized to take back what belongs to us, just to feed, clothe, and house ourselves, to have a decent life. I mean, we spent $160,000 to build that basketball court down there, because the city wouldn't have a basketball court in there for black people. We built it. And this is what we have to have the capacity to do for ourselves. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
So every Sunday at 3 o'clock we're there. And yeah, I live right down the street. Yeah, that's the house down there that the feds raided yeah.
Akeem.
Say it again?
Akeem.
Akeem? Oh, where you got your name? Your uncle gave it to you? This is Sayali. Yeah. And this is your house right here. Oh, good to see you, Hakeem. And yeah, my name is Omar Yeshatella. Yeah, they call me the chairman.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Well, I had already heard about you, but that's well.
Okay, good to see you too.
Yes, sir.
And these are comrades who work with us. This is Ona Zane Yeshatella. She lives down here as well with me. Yeah. So we just want, oh, here she is. Yeah. Yeah. She runs a part of a movement that's called the Black Ankh. You know what the Ankh is, Akeem?
No, I don't.
Tell them what the Ankh is. Can somebody say? For life. And it looks like, it's sort of like the cross that sort of came from, with the head on it, right?
Yeah.
And we created the Black Ankh. It's our equivalent of the Red Cross. Because the Red Cross don't serve us, you see. And so we have to have the ability to take care of ourselves. And so she is a local representative of the Black Ankh.
Okay.
She teaches things like, CPR, how to deal with burns, how to deal with bleedings,
Yes, sir.
life
situations.
so we don't have to depend on them.
Yeah.
As much as we can, we need to do for ourselves.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the thing that we're fighting for.
Yes, sir.
Have to be self-governing, don't you? You can't have no respect if you can't govern yourself, right?
sir.
Somebody
Yes,
else
sir. Be organized.
overlords. Yeah. So Akeem and brothers,
Yes, sir.
I see you looking at the corner of your eye.
Boy, sure.
Yeah. Okay. He's on post, right?
Yeah.
You're on post, right? Yeah, on post.
We all sharp, and
Right
we all
on.
care about this community too.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
You say,
Yeah.
Even though I'm proud of my brothers, it wasn't a surprise. You
Yeah.
know, for us to come together. We've been through not things like this, but just growing up in a neighborhood, tragic situations where we got to come together.
Yeah.
From, fundraisers, when folks die, everything.
Yeah.
So just for us, we was up at 7:38 in the morning, just going from block to block. So, I'm proud of my brothers for just doing the community thing.
How long have you lived here?
Since our family's been here since 67.
How long have you been here?
Since I was born in 84.
84.
Yes, sir.
So you were here when the feds raided us?
Yes, sir.
Why you didn't come down there?
I was looking out my window.
You thought they were coming for you, didn't you?
No, I know they weren't coming for me. Yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah, they came heavy. They came heavy, man.
Is hating because your presence or?
Because of the work we do with the black community. They're trying to say that we're working for the damn Russians because we're demanding reparations for black people, because we are doing economic development in this community. In 1972, this city put together a program called Team 4. Team 4 was what they call benign neglect. It was to let this community run as a part of the economic development plan. They destroyed various communities that black people had right here. because we've been awakening people to that and doing work. You see all the work we've done on that Florissant corridor,
Yes, sir.
because they don't want that to be the case. Because they put a $1 billion spy center down there. They took something like 2,000 acres that black people lived in, pushed them out of their homes. Yeah.
I got friends that I used to go to school out there. I know if I got friends who
And so it's a spy center. It's an international spy center. So all of the satellites and drones that they use in killing people in Palestine, killing people in Ukraine and parts of Africa, they center that shit there. This is the second largest one. The first one is in Washington, D.C. It's the NGA East. This is NGA West that they put here. And so they have been responsible for assassinating Russian generals and all kinds of stuff from these centers. So if the Russians ever decide to hit back, your community, you know? And so they're pushing people out of the community. I forgot something like 30,000 black people have been pushed out of this community in the last 10 years. 30,000 black people.
That's a lot.
They make it hard for us to live here.
Yeah.
And so even before the tornado, look at the conditions of our houses and stuff like that. Looked like a tornado had already been through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that was hurtful to see more, I think more than anything, just the people who already just have little to nothing and just faces and drive
Yeah. Let's take the community back.
Yes, sir.
You down with that? Let's take the fucker back. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's ours.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Whose community?
Ours.
All right. All right.
We're gonna be cooking out at the Uhuru House.
Come through.
Yeah.
We're gonna be cooking out. Come on through there.
Okay.
This is us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll be cooking out. You know, we had to fight for 9 months just to get a permit to put together a bakery cafe right down on West Florissant. Yeah. John. Yeah. 9 months we had to fight. So they wouldn't even. They don't want it here. You understand? They don't want this community development, and we have to fight to make it develop. That's why they sent the fucking FBI down there, and the St. Louis Police Department worked with them when they came to raid us. You down with struggling for this man? I heard you, Akeem. I got your name. Okay, all right, I'm here.
All we know is struggle.
All right.
Project Black is bringing the health care into the community. So if anybody in the family have a heart attack, you don't have to wait 5-10 minutes for somebody to come and help. If somebody in the neighborhood know how to do CPR, know how to stop the bleed, know how to take care of just simple things that you don't have to wait for the ambulance to come. And when they get here, that's it. You know, so that's what we'll be teaching with Project Black putting the health back in the community.
And y'all, you're there on the Sunday at 3 o'clock as well?
Every Sunday. Yeah.
And also, too, I am the president for the Northside Independent Neighborhood Association. You know, we're just formed about 4 months ago, going on 5 months. So any concerns that we have in the community, we want to be able to hear concerns of the people.
Yes, sir.
You know, because we depended on the city government to help deal with things, we can do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing that the chairman's been talking about. We can do it for ourselves. We can work together and make sure that we're prepared before a tornado or any bad weather hits. We can have the means in which to be able to make sure people have water, people have power and things like that. But through the neighborhood association also, we work with the Uhuru movement and the different organizations within the Uhuru movement because we want to see a real future for our people. But the only way to do it is we got to do it for ourselves.
So part of what we're going to be doing, we're going to be collecting and storing water, canned goods and stuff like that, so we have it all the time. It'll be at the Uhuru House, and so we don't have to wait for the white people who love us, in quotes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we start storing that, and that's going to be at 4101 West Florissant. Start collecting all kinds of resources, what have you. So when this community needs something, there's a place you can come to.
We donate and we do.
Yeah, sure. Please do that. Yeah. So, I'm going to drop some more stuff around for you. Okay? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I try to get y'all to come to the basketball court. Y'all rather stand out here and play on that thing out here than come to. We built a $160,000 basketball court. Yeah. Yeah.
college? Ain't that college?
Yeah, in college.
You know where everything.
I know what
Sasa, I heard you saying Sasa.
Yesterday when yeah, okay.
Yeah. Tell them what Sasa means. Uhuru Sasa. Say it loud. Do you know? See, Uhuru means freedom, but Uhuru Sasa means now. Uhuru Sasa, freedom now, right?
I've been on a long time.
I got you. Okay.
I got to shuffle my. I got to home. Back up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we in this. And then y'all got a spot on Addison West Forest.
Yeah.
Y'all in the right spot, man.
But why you don't never come through?
I said I was gonna come through and check out one of y'all meetings on Addison West Forest. Y'all have meetings?
Every Sunday at 3. But look,
I have also booked from y'all in the part too.
okay, look, come through, but don't be strapped, because it's got to be neutral territory. It's got to be neutral territory. It's got to be.
That's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's got to be neutral territory.
Yes,
So
sir.
just don't come strapped. You understand?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Don't come strapped. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
leave it in
okay.
the court.
All right. Okay. All right.
No, for real thing, they got straight pit bulls and coyotes around.
Yeah.
Like coyotes in that point. Coyotes be traveling down here.
Okay.
And dogs be bringing these and pit bulls and kill people on this bus. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't care for them.
Some of the coyotes got 2 legs too.
That's something for them too.
Yeah. Okay.
If they trip.
Listen, you're supposed to have it. You're supposed to have it, but there has to be a neutral church for the community. You gotta be strapped, because when those folk came down there with fucking armored vehicles and attacked our house with flashbang grenades.
2 years ago.
Yeah, they needed to know that they were coming into a community where they can meet resistance.
Exactly. You did?
Yeah. You want something, you gotta bring something to get something. You understand? Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
They know we about to keep on earth.
How's the brother?
I can't complain, man. How you doing,
man? Good
I
to
can't
see you.
complain either, man.
I'm talking to these soldiers out here.
How you doing?
Nothing but soldiers.
Oh man, yes sir. I love the way this community is coming and
Ain't it
making it
something?
happen.
Ain't it
Oh
something?
man, it's a beautiful
Yes,
sight,
indeed.
man.
Indeed,
What
it
was
is.
supposed to be bad and just depressing is just beautiful.
These are magnificent soldiers here.
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Yes sir.
This
Yes sir.
is our block. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I knew there had to be somebody looking out for you. Good thing. How about you? Yeah. Good.
Okay, I'm finna move right now. I just wanted to. Hey,
Right on.
good to see you. Definitely. Yeah. I'll reach out to you.
Doing this walking live, and because people, I'm sure, have heard something about what they like to refer to as a weather system that came through St. Louis. But most people don't know, or many people don't know, it's at least one tornado that came through, and that it was centered in the African community. It was devastating. It destroyed homes. It destroyed properties. Some of us, there's something like 88,000 people who do not have access to power now, electric, because of it. So it's been a devastating thing. And so we feel like it's really important, because the community is coming together. As you can see, this community is coming together. And it's doing stuff for ourselves that the city and nobody else has been willing to do for us. And we're on Redbud Avenue. And I love Redbud Avenue. My brother, you ain't gonna holler at a brother?
Accept my apologies. Please accept my apologies. I'm sorry, brother. I am so sorry, brother.
Yeah.
How you doing?
That's good. How about you?
I'm doing
Yeah, well, the community trying to come together. Yeah, understand that?
You know what, Joe?
I like to say this. But what down with that?
Yeah.
I'm digging.
Yeah, right on.
Yes.
Yeah. This is our community, man. We got to take it though, because we live here, we suffer here, but somebody else controls it. we got to control this community. I'm telling you, every inch of this community needs to be controlled by us.
I understand you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Understand.
Yeah. You know when they attacked us down here, they were able to roll right down there and they attacked us. They need to know that when they come into our community, they're dealing with the community. Yeah. Understand? Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And then accept my apologies, man. Didn't trip off.
I know.
You know, because I'm making my business.
All right. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a lot of damage that was done here by this tornado, and you can see some evidence of it. Even though the people have come together and they've removed some of the debris and what have you, you can see evidence of the damage here. And walls came down in some instances, and actually buildings came down. And roofs were blown away in many instances. And even at my own home, roof was damaged severely. And if you look here, you can see some evidence of this. And the thing is that in this community, it's hard to make a distinction of what the tornado did and what the government has done for what they call benign neglect with the economic development program that underdevelops this community, undeveloped. Here's roof. You know, all of this came through the tornado. And right now they're quickly trying to clean up some of the evidence so that the distinction between what happens in this community and what happens in the rest of St. Louis is not that obvious. So we're calling on people everywhere to donate to what we are trying to make happen here. We need things. We need flashlights. We need batteries. We need chargers. We need water. We need canned goods. We need resources for all of the kinds of things that people need in emergency situations. So people can get that to us by going to, what should they go to try to get things to us? That's APEDF.org. And APE, that's the African People's Education and Defense Fund. It's launching what's called a flip cause so people can donate to the disaster fund that we created. All right, sister. All right. All right. That's right. Devour this system.
Get through this. All of us, black, white, stick together. Put the racism aside. Put the hatred aside, and bring us all back together to fight through this and show the world we are a better city than what they think.
Right on, sister. So the blackpowerblueprint.org, blackpowerblueprint.org, Northside Disaster Fund. One word. blackpowerblueprint.org, Northside Disaster Fund.org. We need all the resources people can get to us because we're doing political work here, and the political work is connected to the economic conditions of the community that we're trying to transform. We're trying to make a major transformation here, and so don't hesitate to show whatever kind of support and solidarity you can to this. This is Redbud Avenue, as I mentioned earlier. It used to be characterized as one of the worst neighborhoods in St. Louis. But it has been one of the most deprived neighborhoods in this community, in this city. And the community is taking this on. It's a wonderful community. Don't you think so? Great community, right, Aaron? Great community. Aaron is the one who stepped forward when they snatched that flag. They took that flag down, and Aaron said he wasn't going to mess with that flag no more. And they haven't, yeah. Yeah. So, look at this. You can see part of the roof on the banister there that came down. Look at the windows broken there. And like I said, sometimes it's difficult to make a distinction between what happened normally and ordinarily and traditionally here, and what the tornado brought to us. Yeah. I want to. Yeah. In terms of talking about which, like the tornado and the damage done by the tornado, the government and the system does damage to us all the time. It's not just like what's happening now. What's happening now is stuff that excites the community and helps the community to come together. But there's other stuff, like look at this church right here. This church was torched in August of 2022, just a month or so after the government attacked a movement for actually trying to uplift this community. The stuff they pretend that they want to do right now, we were doing all along. Not because the emergency started many years ago, much earlier than a tornado. And so right here, this is my house. This is where Deputy Care Owner Renee Chattel and I live. This is the house that was attacked at 5 o'clock in the morning on July 29th, 2022. They came with armored vehicles. They came with flashbang grenades, and they attacked this house. They had scores of FBI agents and St. Louis Police Department forces. And then right across the street is where the church is. We had this church under contract to bring economic development programs here. So we wouldn't have to need handouts coming from the city or anything like that. The people could have agency, have their own programs, etc. And when they attacked us, then shortly after that, they had burned this building, torched this building, and it's been like this since August of 2022. And so now they pretend to be concerned about debris in the community that comes from this latest tornado. We're the tornado that frightens the hell out of them. We're what Marcus Garvey talked about, the whirlwind that he could be seen in. So, yeah, this is Westboro. Look at, you can see the damage that was done here. And this house, this is our house. You can see the tree limb that's there. And also in the back of the house, the roof was damaged severely, so the kitchen is not even accessible. It was flooded, with water and what have you. And I wanted to draw attention to this also. This is, we had a lot of live wires down here. The tornado brought those poles there for, electric wires and things like that. But, they have, they know tornadoes happen in this city. They have these alarms almost every month with tornado warnings and stuff like that. So it's not like tornadoes are something that surprises them that they occur. But they don't act like they occur on a regular basis, not in this community, because they could make certain kinds of changes, even with some infrastructural stuff. They could make changes so that you don't lose your electrical power. Like I said, something like 80,000 more homes are without power now. And because poles come down like this. But because they know that tornadoes come through here, they don't have to have those kinds of poles there. They could do better, like in Northern California, where they know earthquakes are going to come. So they demand that the housing and buildings be fitted a certain way to withstand earthquakes. They can do that to deal with these tornadoes as well, but they don't. And that's why people like to characterize things like this as natural, due to nature, and etc. But the politicians facilitate this assault on us, just like they did in New Orleans when the community was flooded. The politicians could have made different kinds of choices, could have helped the people get out of New Orleans, but they didn't. Just told the people to get out. The politicians are the ones who brought military forces in and threatened to lock people up. The politicians are the one that put people in these stadiums like they were under arrest in their own communities. The politicians allowed the people to drown right there in New Orleans. And so you can, the politicians didn't make the hurricane come through, but they made determinations and policies that facilitated the ability of the hurricane to do the damage to our community. All right, brother, how you doing?
All right, trying to encourage myself to be better.
All right.
Because I got to be better. That's the only way I'm feel like I'm living better.
Right on.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can't allow this without a fight back, you know? The community has to pull together to fight back, yeah.
Sure.
Good to see you, brother.
I'll be able to talk to you.
All right. So you can see here all of the roofing, all of the destruction that was done here. Yeah. Look at this. And you know, St. Louis just had a recent election. Recently, there was an African woman who was the mayor of St. Louis, and she had a splendid opportunity to make some things happen. But she worked with just a small clique of forces, including relatives and things like that. Tremendous amount of money. How much money came into this city through this process from the what was it called, the COVID money? How much?
COVID money was almost $500 million.
Almost $500 million.
And there's another $290 million from the Rams, and there's the interest on that, which is over $30 million now. And
so it's pretty close to $1 billion.
Yeah, and then another $42 billion. What do they call it? Surplus.
And how much of this came to the black community?
None, probably.
Was it something like, was it 39, what was the $39 million fund?
$37
million was supposed to come to the north side. And, but whatever came, it went to just a small clique she was connected with.
That's why
people were pretty upset. And that's why people wanted to vote for her and couldn't vote for her and ended up voting for a white woman. And we can't expect anything more from her because this woman, Kara Spencer, was elected, and what she has determined should be done. First of all, she's talking about curfew for the people in this community, and how people are going to do a curfew when they can't even come to their homes. There's no heat. There's no air conditioning, no power, no electricity, inability to charge their phones and stuff like that. So we have to take this on, and we're calling on the people everywhere to contribute to the capacity. We're establishing the Uhuru House on West Florissant, 4101 West Florissant, as a place where people can bring resources, bring water, cases of water. We want to store water so this here that we don't have to go through every time there is something like this happens. People have to scramble trying to get stuff like water and canned goods and where people can eat, you know, without having being transformed into beggars and things like that. So we're asking people to contribute to that. And the most important way you can do that is you can come to the Uhuru House at 4101 West Florissant. That's West Florissant. It's a drop-off place for on the north side for donations including water, ice, chainsaws, trash bags, gloves, batteries, flashlights, hammers, nails, screws, drills, granola bars, and first aid items. You can do that. Bring that there. And then on the south side, you can also bring resources. On the south side, which is where the majority of the white people live, which is not to say African people are not there, but the majority of the white people live on the south in South St. Louis. And that's at the Uhuru Solidarity Center at 2654 Gravois, that's Gravois Avenue. And the donations are going to be tax exempt and going to the African People's Education Defense Fund. And then tomorrow, Sunday at 11 a.m., come to the Uhuru House for an afternoon of free hot food and community cleanup. And that's going to be, again, at 4101 West Florissant and at 11 a.m. So come on through. Yeah. So anyway, just to assess the damages that was done. Oh, hold on. Black people. Good. How y'all doing? Good. Yeah, just talking to the people and appreciating what the community got coming together. You know, the kind of community solidarity is just extraordinary. And just, saluting the community based on that, and also establishing a center where people can bring, water and canned goods and stuff like that. People can come through and pick it up. And also, at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're going to be having a rally and have food and stuff at the Uhura House, right there, right West Florissant and Alice. For the community, because we have to begin to take care of our own, and ourselves. So that's what it is. That's what we're going to be doing, and I invite you to please come on out. Yeah, please come on out. And every Sunday at 3 o'clock, we try to bring the community together. We have begun economic development project here much before now. You can see some of the work we've done on West Florissant. We built the basketball court. We, it took us 9 months to even get a permit to open up a bakery cafe down on West Florissant. The thing is to uplift the community and have the community come in and seize control of our own destiny, etc. So that's the kind of thing that we have been trying to do. That's what we've organized for.
And where's the establishment at?
It's on 4101 West Florissant, and West Florissant and Alice.
Okay.
You know where that red, black, and green, big red, black, and green flag is? That's where it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And in July of 2022, we were attacked by the government, the federal government and the local government here. They said the work that we're doing for the black community was the Russians. The Russians are the ones they said got us to do this, that black people can't work for ourselves. There must be some other entity that's responsible for it. It's nonsense. And when you start building for yourself, that's the problem. See, it's not like they want us to starve. They just don't want us to be able to feed ourselves. So as long as there's a place on the corner where we can go up and pick up a free hot dog and what have you, they'll make that possible. But when you create the possibility of creating your own, creating your own businesses and enterprises and stuff like that, that becomes a problem. And that's why they had to attack us. So anyway, every Sunday at 3 o'clock, come through. And act like, how's it? With white people, we don't check them out, but check us out. We tell you right away, come check us out, because our record speaks for itself, and you can see it up and down. We spent $160,000 on that basketball court down there on West Florissant and College. We did that because the government, the city wouldn't put a basketball court in our community. And children are playing in the streets, dodging cars, playing basketball with old bicycle hoops and stuff like that. We put that there ourselves for our community, our people, our community. That's what we stand for. And that's what we're asking you to come and check us out. How you doing, sister? Sister back there just laying in the cut. So I hope you'll come through. Like I said, check us out. Check us out. All right? All right. The FBI raised us. They didn't have to do that. All they had to go to our website. Check out our newspaper. We publish a newspaper called The Burning Spear. We pass out free publications in our communities on a regular. You don't have to break into our homes and stuff like that to find out what we're up to. Check us. Go to our website. Come to a meeting. Open meetings all the time. All right? Thank you.
Just looking at all that wood.
That's what the tornado blew up.
Yeah. What? Wow, look, you see that sign right here? Joyce is here.
Get out the street.
Yeah, it looks like it just worked off. That's came from that building.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just coming through. You know, I was just telling them a little earlier that this is just the latest tornado, the one that hits us on a regular basis daily. You know, even before this came through, you could see what was happening to our communities, how, you know, they're chasing the black folk out of the community. 30,000 black people have been pushed out of St. Louis in the last 10 years. 30,000 people. And they want to make it uninhabitable for us. And so that's why you see all that deterioration. And now this is just the latest. And they put up a good show now of caring about black people, which is ridiculous. Young people can't work, can't find jobs. And we have all the persons who talk about sending the National Guards in. When you need to send a job in, send some economic development in. And that's the work we've been doing. That's why you go down West Florissant.
And we see you working.
Okay. And that's what I just want to really salute everybody. Come check us out. Don't believe nothing I say. Understand? Yeah, come and check us out. And check out what it is that we do, because you can see it. You know, there's one thing to have a discussion. And I had an uncle who was tougher than you. He used to say a long time ago, conversation is the cheapest commodity on the block. Everybody's got a conversation. Come and see it for yourself. That's what we want you to do. And help to build our community, take our community back from these hustlers, you know, who call themselves politicians and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, anyway. Wow. You see this? Look at this. You can see some of this, you can't tell which is done when, you know? Yeah. So, anyway, watch yourself. What's up, bro? I'm still in the game, man. How about you?
Still playing the game.
Right on. Yeah, you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there, man.
Yeah.
You know, y'all doing interviews?
Well, no, it's just, I'm doing a walking live now because, you know.
Y'all with the rural?
Yeah.
Right there on over.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of time people are seeing something happen in St. Louis, but they don't know what happened to the black people. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And they don't even want to call it a tornado. They're saying a serious weather system that might have been a tornado.
Yeah, they just saying that for insurance.
Yeah, of course, that's what it is. Yeah. So anyway, just talking to people, and also we're setting up at the Hura House where people want to bring, goods, water, candles, flashlights, canned goods. Yeah, all the necessities, where there can be a center in the community where people can come,
We still toasting up. Y'all see what's going on.
Okay, right on.
I was just playing.
Yeah. What's your name, brother?
DJ.
DJ?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, good to see you, DJ.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all bringing prosperity back there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We need this type of love and energy, man.
You're damn right, yeah. The love and energy is always in our community, man. We just have to unleash it, you know, and direct it, you know, because our community gets so slandered, you know. The community is slandered all the time.
Yeah.
And especially Redbud, you know. Yeah.
Been over here about 4 years.
Yeah.
I like it over here though.
I do too,
cool.
yeah. Did
My
anybody
parents
warn
go
you
to work.
when you first said you were moving on West
So like guys I know that's kind of, I guess, involved in
the game,
certain, certain activities.
Yeah.
I just have to go to my
Oh, heard.
I love you too.
Oh, let's just say be safe.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Man, look, dads matter, man.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And daughters matter too.
Yeah. We making the dad, we making a difference out here, man.
Splendid.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And black men are slandered. Well, black women, you know. Yeah.
I already know.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta tell me. Yeah. I know what's going on, man.
All
I've been on the earth long enough. I don't know how much as you know, but
you might.
I know a little something.
You might. I don't even know how to work a cell phone that well. So you might.
You got them though. Shit. They didn't tell you. You know. Yeah, man, we taking shots, man. What y'all doing? I was just playing. I was just playing, man.
All right, BJ.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, take care of that beautiful child, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there it is. Sisters. Hi.
Back at you, man.
So you just being serious, like, huh? Y'all all right? Huh? We're good. Yes, you know, that's great to see community, you know what I mean? It's serious that the only, you know, that it takes this kind of stuff to let the community express itself. The kind of love and unity that's in our community, generally speaking, you know? So, yeah, I just wanted to walk through and I don't know if you're familiar with us, but we're down on West Florissant and Alice, the Uhura House where the red, black, and green flag is. We've done that work, you know, economic development work in the community. We fought 9 months just to get a bakery cafe established, and we just got the permit to do that. The work is happening there. So the thing is that to uplift this community, because they're working hard to drive black people out of this community. That's probably even what that NGA is. They took 2,000 acres of land using the power of eminent domain from black people, pushing people out, and that's a spy center. Did you know what the NGA is? Yeah, it's a spy center. It controls all the satellites and drones that's killing people in Palestine and Ukraine, etc. And it's right in the middle of our community. And anyway, I just wanted to holler at you. And and appreciate you. All right. Thank you, you too.
Right.
So, maybe you ready to bounce back? Okay. All right.
Just tell people what to donate.
So again, we're calling on people. I want that in the background, I think. Just ask people, all of you, you can contribute to the work that we're doing here because the objective is to contribute to the agency of the African community. That colonialism is a beast. And, we're not saying that the weather systems, tornadoes and things like that are created by colonialism, but colonialism makes sure that black people and colonized people are extraordinarily vulnerable to things like tornadoes and any other kind of systems, disease and what have you. People don't have agency. Our capacity to feed, clothe, and house ourselves has been stripped away from us, and every effort is made to make sure that we can become self-reliant. And so we're asking people to come with us, support this process. We want to, among other things, bring water and canned goods and some of the essentials to the community. There needs to be a place in the community where the community can come to all the time, anytime there's something like this disaster. So there's the African People's Education and Defense Fund launching what's called a flip call, so people can donate to the disaster fund. We want to raise something like $25,000 for the community relief fund, 25 grand for the community relief fund. And so people can go to Black Power Blueprint, blackpowerblueprint.org, Northside Disaster Fund. That's all one word. blackpowerblueprint.org / Northside Disaster Fund. And then there's the Uhuru House at 4101 West Florissant. It's a drop-off place for on the north side for donations that include water, ice, water coolers, chainsaws, trash bags, gloves, batteries, flashlights, hammers, nails, screws, granola bars, and first aid items. And then on the south side, there's the Uhuru Solidarity Center at 2654 Bravo Avenue. And tax donations are tax exempt. That's to say your donations are tax exempt, and they're going to the African People's Education and Defense Fund. Again, come to Uhuru Solidarity Center, 2654 Bravo Avenue. You can drop off any of the kinds of materials that we're talking about. And on tomorrow, Sunday, at 11 a.m., the Uhuru House, we're going to have an afternoon of free food, hot food, and community cleanup. Listen, tomorrow at 11, if you're not busy, you know, we're going to be doing hot food at 11 a.m., getting together. And, you know, the bakery, that cafe that we were talking about creating, we'll have resources coming from the bakery cafe. Come on through. Yeah, 11 a.m., all right? Okay, all right. I look forward to seeing you. All right, thank you so much.